In this module, we will discuss the vertical profile, the legs page, and the FMS CDU VNAV pages. VNAV refers to FMC navigation along a vertical path. The best economy vertical profile is computed by the FMC. Adjustments can be made to the vertical profile as necessary to remain within air traffic control and airplane limitations. These adjustments can be made on the legs page. Now, let's look at the legs page. The legs page contains VNAV values. Speed and altitude are displayed on the right side of the page. A slash mark separates the speed and altitude. The speed is an indicated airspeed or Mach value, and altitudes are in feet or flight level. Predicted values of speed and altitude are displayed in small font. These are speeds and altitudes where waypoints are crossed. Speed and altitude waypoint constraints can be entered, changed, or deleted on the legs page. Speed and altitude waypoint constraints are displayed in large font. These constraints are waypoint crossing restrictions. They are entered automatically as part of a SID or approach, or the flight crew can manually enter them on this page. Altitude constraints at a waypoint can exist in several different forms. Constraints can be to cross the waypoint at a hard altitude, at or above an altitude, at or below an altitude, or a block altitude. Hard altitude is displayed in large font. In this example, Laker must be crossed at 2,500 feet. At or above altitudes are displayed in large font and are followed by an A. In this example, Vamps must be crossed at or above 8,000 feet. At or below altitudes are displayed in large font, followed by a B. In this example, Rumor must be crossed at or below 17,000 feet. Block altitude is displayed as an at or above altitude in combination with an at or below altitude. Note that the altitudes are not separated by a slash mark. In review, if the altitude constraint is a hard altitude, it displays that specific altitude. At or above is followed by an A. At or below is followed by a B. A block altitude is displayed as an at or above altitude in combination with an at or below altitude. Before an approach is entered, dashes are displayed for waypoints that the FMC estimates will be crossed during the descent. After the approach is entered, speeds and altitudes replace the dashes. Entering an S after the altitude indicates a planned step climb point. This altitude is used for performance predictions.
Question. Answer C is correct.
Question. Answer A is correct.
Now let's discuss the FMS CDU VNAV pages. Pushing the VNAV key displays the VNAV climb, cruise, or descent page for the respective phase of flight. VNAV page is displayed. Pushing the previous page or next page key displays the other VNAV pages. Now let's look at the climb page in more detail. The cruise altitude displayed is the entered cruise altitude entry on the performance initialization page. The VNAV cruise altitude can be changed on the current VNAV page with both the FMS CDU and the altitude selector on the mode control panel. The altitude selector is discussed in the AutoFlight LNAV VNAV module. There are 4 VNAV speed displays. They are the economy speed, selected speed, limit speed, and MCP speed. The economy speed is displayed as airspeed and Mach. Economy speed is the FMC computed optimum speed based on the cost index, current flight conditions, and predicted flight conditions. Select speed is displayed by entering a desired speed in the economy speed line. Selecting and executing a desired speed in the economy speed line displays the selected speed and changes the title to the Select Speed Climb. The selected speed becomes the VNAV speed.
With a speed selected, the economy prompt is displayed for return to economy speed.
The FMC is controlling to a placard speed. Limit speed is displayed in the page title. MCP speed intervention is selected. MCP speed is displayed in the page title. Speed intervention is discussed in the AutoFlight LNAV VNAV module. Speed transition altitude and associated airspeed limit are established by the location of the origin airport. In this example, 250 knots is the airspeed limit to 10,000 feet, followed by an acceleration to the economy speed. However, with a high gross weight, climb speed may exceed 250 knots. Speed transition altitude cannot be changed, only deleted. Additional speed restrictions can be entered on the speed restriction line, for example, 300 knots until 13,000 feet. The next speed altitude waypoint constraint is displayed in the upper right-hand corner. In this example, the speed and altitude constraint at Laker is 250 knots at 5,000 feet. If the FMC predicts that the next altitude constraint cannot be complied with, Enable Next Altitude is displayed on the scratch pad, and the estimated error is displayed on the FMS CDU. In this example, at Laker, the airplane will be 350 feet low. The airplane will not reach 5,000 feet until 2 miles past Laker. The entered departure procedure is used to establish the QNH transition altitude. This value can be changed by the flight crew.
The maximum angle line displays the FMC computed maximum angle climb speed for flaps up. To compute the best rate of climb speed, simply add 25 knots to the max angle climb speed found on the climb page.
Line selecting engine out displays the engine out climb page. Engine out speed and maximum altitude are displayed. The remaining values are as discussed on the climb page.